Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bragaton, and this T-posing Slith. Let's continue exploring the Adeptus Amosakis, and then we'll track down Falco, which is a really solid, well-rounded name. The name Falco could be an antagonist, a protagonist, a shifty side character, an anti-hero. Hear the name Falco and you never know what to expect.
Keep your wits about you.
You recognize the Eldari you once freed from a local quack's collection. The mutant smiles gratefully with his 5 rows of teeth. The decanter used to contain a cheap Amosek, which for the sake of attractiveness, has obviously been enriched with a deodorizing agent. Leftovers of pitiful food are stuck to the sides of the plates.
A job for me.
The menu system of the Adeptus Amosakis looks eerily similar to the design of the internal scan of the fuel compartment. Someone has inserted new data into the void ship's cogitator left over from ancient times. I don't think Pascal would be very happy about that.
I always have a backup plan.
An assortment of rubbish, belongings of questionable value likely stolen from compartments purged by Chorta's enforcers.
Is there money to be made? Always keep your eye on the price.
What? What do you do? Useful acquaintance. The man has a scraggly beard and a metal plate on his forehead. He's trembling like a leaf and looking around anxiously. When he sees you, he stands to attention and makes an awkward attempt to bow deferentially. Your lordship, how can I be of servicity? I'm from Ryza's crew. Her former crew, I suppose, now that she's known the Emperor's peace and all. Anyway, I'm the Fellowship of the Void's new, commercenary, agent on Footfall. I'm eager to assure your lordship of my ultramost respect and offer my services. There's business to be done. Reign of terror or no reign of terror, am I right? After casting a skeptical look at the plump layman, the wolf growls. Are these your pirates? I see a dispiriting sign of the degradation that has overtaken the expanse. Show me what you have looted. Just a second. For you. Only the best valuables and rarefiades. Love the way this guy talks. Your lordship, I greet you with the utmost respect. Let's get trading, shall we? What, you're a pirate, you poor soul? What? No, your lordship. I'm... The non-pirate starts to shake. I'm an independent merchanteer who sells forfeited property. The customers of the highest repute. Call me... Why, don't call me anything, your lordship. Times like these, a name is just more trouble. Let me just be your or friend, I guess. A useful acquaintance. How did a quivering wretch like you become Ryza's successor? The pirate looks away embarrassed. I'd sure the short Iho joint. After Ryza went on, you know, her last raid, none of us would volunteer to replace her at the station. Iho joints are basically, I guess, cigarettes in 40k. What are you pirates still doing on Footfall? You still not realize it's time to run? We do, your lordship, but where do we run to? The Expanse is a nightmare of a place right now, but with all the Sirius, Xenos, and atrocious heretics and purifying demons, we'd rather wait it out here, close to normal people, putting our hopes in your lordship's merciousness, or merciousness. Ultramose is not a word. The same goes for about a quarter of your vocabulary. My bad, your lord. I beg your gracious condensation. I'm not versed in the languages of nobility, but neither do I wish to offend your gracious ear with my lowly nervacular. If you're from Ryza's crew, you're a heretic too, are you not? Perish a thought. Ryza just went completely insanitary, your lord. I can't get over this guy's dialogue. I started making dangerous friends and getting into deals with some right dodgy looking fellows. Everybody tried to talk her out of it. It's one thing to sell heretical trinkets and such. It's a whole other thing to wear them. But there's no arguing with her, is there? It's all old Ryza this and old Ryza that. And don't lecture me or I'll gut you. She went bonkers. That's the long and short of it. The pirate spits irately and is immediately frightened of what he just did. Anyway, she had it coming. As soon as me and the boys found out Ryza's number was up, we straight away sent all our pals for a walk under the stars, and slammed the airlock behind them. We'll have none of that, thank you very much. With the priest of Pro-Emperor. Me, I became that much stronger in my faith when I found out his righteous justice had bashed the old heretic. He puts his calloused palms together in an awkwardly lopsided but heartfelt sign of the Aquila. Oh, indeed. Odd how your long-held tolerance of corruption has suddenly run out. Why, of course we'd have given them no quarter back then either. But, you know Ryza. She was a horrible woman who kept everyone terrified to their ultramost core. Many tried to overthrow her, only for her to dispatch them in some proper gut-wrenching ways. Her atrocities gave the whole crew the shivers. I think I'll sentence you to death for smuggling and piracy. Pirate falls to his knees. A mercy, your lordship. We'll do whatever you tell us to do. Repent, good and proper, and accept any punishment and battle the Xenos is for yours. And for the Imperium's triumphant glory. Besides, if you executionize me, our lot will be too scared to keep on trading with you. Is our fellowship of the void of no use to you anymore? Dang it. I do want to keep them around just so I have something to work towards with all the loot that I'm gathering, so we'll delay their execution. Calm down. That was a fortitude check. Yours could be improved. The pirate gets up from his knees, huffing and trying to cover the stain on his breeches. Of course, your lordship. A most appropriate. Keep us in pious fear, so we may have nary an ill thought, corruptuous as we are. I have no time to continue this conversation. I'm here if you need me, your lordship. At servitudilence. Oh, what a hoot.
I always keep my options open.
It's a shame that if you don't kill Ryza, you never get to talk with that guy. It's worth it just for that, honestly. Which looks like even on the heretical run. I'm trying to say heretic and heretical at the same time. You still need to kill Ryza to get that handkerchief, I think. Yeah, because it was a heretical option to get that blood from her. Upon noticing you, Octaviana quickly bows. Judging by her expression, she's trying her hardest to conceal her fear. What will it be, sir? Lowering her voice, Octaviana adds, I have a private message for your lordship. The Caspalic Commission has tasked me with expressing their eagerness to continue their partnership with House von Valancius. My colleagues would like to assure you that they had no stake in Vladimir Takar's activities that incurred your displeasure, and do not view his personal misfortunes as an act of hostility on your part. You are, as before, a valuable and respected partner. So you are with the Caspalica too. That's right. There are far more Caspalican agents in the Expanse than most people think. We prefer to operate discreetly. It's as simple as that. Why reveal the entire network when you can do business through a few public contacts? Vladimir used to represent our interests on Footfall. Now our leadership wants me to become the face of our organization. I attacked one of your own, and you have no intention of seeking revenge. We're a business enterprise, not a blood fraternity. In a situation where one rogue traitor is encroaching upon our assets, we'd rather secure the support of another house than feud with it. And Vladame's death makes no difference. Come to think of it, his fall was only a matter of time. He let his guard down and started making mistakes. He signed his own death warrant when he decided to go against Chorda instead of looking for ways to negotiate. What you did was just the finishing touch. What happens to you and the Amisekis now? Octaviana shrugged sullenly. I don't know if Footfall even needs the Amisekis anymore. I'm gonna have to close up shop and start some new business. But the enforcers don't bother us anymore. Vladame was the problem. He forgot he was a smuggler and started playing the rebel. Without him around, the Kaspalika found some room for maneuver and began negotiating with the new authorities. In the current chaos, the mission is able to offer ships, connections, and resources that justify a more tolerant disposition from House Chorda. I wish to make an announcement. Octaviana nods, fills her lungs with air, and yells out in a booming voice. Hey you, bums, layabouts, and crooks, shut your traps. His Lordship Donald von Valancius, who has graciously honored us with his presence today, is about to speak. The bar quiets down, and all eyes turn to you expectantly. Forget what Footfall once was. Henceforth, the station will serve as a bastion of law and pious trepidation. The Emperor protects. Patrons make the sign of the Aquila, and utter discordant prayers to the Emperor and expressions of their piety. The sincerity of their words is doubtful, but their awe and fear of your ire are quite convincing. I lost valuable suppliers of equipment in the conflict between Takara and Chorda. As for old Ryza, I have good news for you. Yes, she passed on, but her hordes of plunder are still on Footfall. One numbskull from her crew is always hanging about the bar. You should talk to him. You recognize him by his daft way of speaking and his stuttering. I wish to make a deal with the Kaspalika mission. Abyssal Conduit. Every second use of a Psyker's staff's unique psychic power deals additional damage. And Laughing God's Pendant. Whoever gains the Dance Macabre ability. We've seen that before. That's an assassin talent. So I don't think we have to read this again. So this gives it to anybody besides just assassins. Not going to use that. Or that. In fact, I don't think I've ever used a Psyker staff power. Maybe with Adira early on. Upon noticing you, Octaviana immediately drops what she's doing and bows her head respectfully. Welcome to the Adeptus Amisekis. What will it be? Her face darkens as she adds quietly. Sadly, I can't offer you our entire selection of drinks. We don't get as many suppliers of the best stuff these days, all because of them confessional units. I'm telling you now, there'll be no end to our troubles with that Incendia Chorda at the reins. Octaviana freezes in place. It can't be. Are you Sister Argenta? The Sister Argenta? The one who has the worst scum on Footfall shaking in their boots. The whole station is talking about you, and here you are in the flesh, in our humble Amisekis. Argenta stops Octaviana's torrent of adoration with a calm gesture. No more. I seek retribution against transgressors, not glory for myself. Despite her words, you catch a glint in Argenta's eyes. You can tell she is enjoying this enraptured attention. Octaviana bows her head slightly. Till next time, sir.
Keep your wits about you.
So I thought we were supposed to talk to her about Falco. Oh. We have stairs that go down, I'm assuming to the sewers.
Let us not dawdle.
Welcome to the kingdom of thieves, killers, and smugglers, Shireen. All the finest goods on Footfall, every last one of them, have passed through these tunnels. Sly throws up her arms in a theatrical display of reverence. As I said before, Falco's jackals are patrolling every nook and cranny of this Aji-cursed place. Aji-cursed place. I see those scumbags over there. We need to avoid them, and not draw any attention to ourselves, else we might as well dump a pile of Grok's crap all over our plan. But now we're going to follow the plan. If you allow me, Shireen, I'll refresh your memory. Avoiding the patrolling scum, we'll reach the sewer canal and follow it to the east almost until the very end. We connect the gas cylinder to the special intake. Ironically enough, it was previously used for cleaning the air. Then we need to turn the valves in a few spots so that the gas reaches the correct chamber. I wish I knew exactly where that ash mag was holed up. Argenta examines the dark tunnels morosely. To skulk in the shadows, to hide from battle. These things are beneath his warriors. But for the sake of saving the innocent, I'll dim the flame in my soul that urges me to charge openly at the enemy's ranks. I wouldn't consider Jai's crew innocent, though. Yeah, here we go. I'd be careful about using the word innocent, given whose colleagues we are talking about. There's a stealth section. Not too keen on stealth sections, but we'll do what we can.
My pleasure.
This is where the gas cylinder goes, hidden in plain sight, if you will.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I don't think that I have opened those valves. But this is the first one. I see one of the valves we need, Shireen. Open that one.
I always have a
Partway
backup
done.
plan. Keep your wits about you.
One and it's done. And
Let us not
done.
dawdle.
Also, despite the size of Space Marines and power armor, some of them can be very stealthy in them. Not necessarily Space Wolves, but chapters like the Raven Guard can move silently in power armor, if they're specialized in stealth for the most part. Even non-stealth chapters have been described as being unnaturally stealthy in power armor.
I better myself through my service.
I do feel bad for Ulfar and his enhanced sense of smell in this area. Just what we need, you rusty piece of metal.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
So this way is where that patrol's at, right? Yeah, so we can't go that way. At least not yet. Good, quick save again.
Is it Wargled or a trap?
Or darn it, now Falco definitely knows we're here. Go save my crew, hurry. What? How? Who spotted me? I'm gonna reload that because I have no idea what saw me. I'm assuming the one patroller came back out of that one doorway. I don't know how I missed it, though. I also have no idea what the range is on these guys.
What is that?
My pleasure.
Yeah, they patrolled back this way. So run forward real quick. So, I don't know if there's a specific order to these valves. I'm just kind of opening them all as we go. I don't think that's the right way to do it. Let's see, what does it say? A quick save and try to make a run for it. Oh, not yet. Yeah, there's no indication how far they can see. Let's not be too hasty, Shireen. Falco's patrols are up ahead. We should blend into the shadows and move quietly. Why am I running forward? Run back. Thank you.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Trap or treasure?
Intruders, over here. Just like Falco warned. What? They weren't even looking at me. I'm gonna reload that one too. These stealth segments, I can't... They don't make sense without at least some sort of indicator to see where the enemies can see. Their back was to me. I assumed that I could sneak up behind them. So wish it'd stop messing with my portrait order at the top.
You love to take charge, don't you? If it pleases you, Shireen. One and it's done.
I always keep my options open.
Duty prevails.
Hi, a valve. Let's open it quietly.
I always have a backup plan.
So that should be the last one. I have one more step to take to find an abandoned cogitator.
Is there money to be made?
Let's make a deal.
Let us not dawdle.
I guess I think it's down this hallway somewhere. Wait for it to patrol back this way. It wouldn't be too bad if there were actual stealth mechanics to utilize, but you're just kind of clicking and spreading your party around versus actually dodging the patrols. Using a stealth system.
Keep your wits about you.
Here's the cogitator I told you about, Shireen. I just hope we can turn it on.
A job for me.
You hear the displeased grumble of drowsy gears from deep inside the cogitator. The machine spirits obey and awaken the cogitator's screen.
I always keep my options open.
Did we do it?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Sordid Goon. Kind of a cool name. But the man himself? No, it's just a thug. Wake up, Tora. Come on, you bloody cockshow, wake up. Jai shakes the surviving twin by the shoulders. So I know the other guy died, the other twin, but there was some other dialogue that contradicted that. Jay, get out of here. It was a trap. He won't let you go. The bruised and bloodied face with swollen eyes is hard to recognize as the once radiant visage of Tora the twin. By the Exalted One, what's the Ashmak done to your poor face, light of my soul? I gently strokes the girl's swollen cheek and then turns to you. He will die here, like the scum that he is, Shireen. It's what he deserves. She does not seem to be asking you a question. Alright, do it, Jai. One less pirate to deal with, or smuggler in this case. Without another word, the cultivator draws her weapon and carries out your sentence. As for my brother, you piece of shib. Few scant tears trickle from Tora's watery eyes. The rest of the gang are huddled together. Despite their pitiful physical condition, they greet you with satisfied smirks, and they continually shoot delighted glances at you and Jai. Well, Shireen, from now on Footfall can sleep soundly. The foulest wart on its rusted body has finally been burned off by none other than Jai Haidari, and her wonderful patron, of course. She winks at you and her face breaks into the most genuine smile you've ever seen from her. I'll admit, I'm still struggling to wrap my head around what's happened. I need to go over things with my guys. I'm sure I'll have advice and instructions to hand out. As for our little adventure, let's talk about it back on this ship in a more private setting. The Blast Pistol, Scorpion Sting, we've seen that before, and Reinforced Witch Armor, which I think we've also seen before. Base armor property, plus 15% dodge against non-Drukhari enemies.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, now we can go back and finish exploring
This is intriguing.
Sewers. There's one path back this way we didn't get to check out.
Is there money to be made?
I think. I saw the patrols are just gone. And we explored down here too. Yeah, it's a dead end. Alright, I think we're good to go.
It's about you.
I don't like reloading, but... wasn't a huge fan of that segment.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright. We're done here for now. Next time we'll return to the atrium. And see if the Lord Inquisitor will talk to us now. Any new rumors by chance? No. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Next time, we'll return to the atrium, speak to Chorda, maybe, and possibly to Calcazar. And if not, we'll return to the ship and speak to Jai. Either way, we've got a plan. But for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.